Hello, everyone. This week was supposed to be the Madeira rum week, and in fact, I already taped the first half of it. And then today I was supposed to do the second video, and I woke up with a cold, big old sniffly cold, and I had to decide. It's not so bad that I can't do any kind of tasting, but I'm on the bubble, and when I'm on the bubble, the category that I feel like I can still taste, that I can still give objective, decent notes on, is American whiskey. Traditional American whiskey. So we're going to do a little bit of an audible. We're going to call an audible, and we're going to review Bernheim, barrel proof. This, I've been meaning to try this basically ever since I found out about it. So, standard Bernheim is a wheat whiskey made by Heaven Hill. And I've always kind of loved it, even though it's always been a little bit simple. The standard 45% version is very, very simple. It's delicious. It's very, very simple. And I've always thought every time I've had it, this would be, if they just gave this a little bit more time, a little bit more power, it would really be something. So I've been meaning to try this barrel proof version for a long time, and I finally got a hold of a little Boston round of it. This is the batch A224, which I believe is February 24 in Heaven Hill lingo. But I need a sparring partner, so I'm going to pull something else out that I'm basically never going to find a flight for. This is Whiskey Town. Whiskey Town is from Fat Labrador Distillery, and basically they got a hold of a barrel. This is part of their Lost Barrel series, which they cannot disclose anything that's going on. Well, they can disclose a little bit of it, not the source. They can tell us a little bit. And so what this is a 26-year-old American whiskey distilled in 1992. So that already raises some questions. Like, so if you do the math, like this was bottled circa 2022 or so, you do the math, it should be like around 30, not 26. So did this spend some time in glass? What happened here? It's also like how, so that's a weird question. When's 26 rather than 29 or 30? Also, you will notice the color is very, very light, and that is because this was aged in used American oak. It was distilled in Indiana, maybe MGP, who knows? But the mash bill is 97% corn, 3% malt, and 192 bottles of this. It is not inexpensive, but I got myself a Boston. 50.5% alcohol, so 101 proof. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, but it seems I'm guessing this is just MGP light whiskey. But you never know. Let's see how good this is. Okay, right off the bat, we are getting a lot of creamed corn action. But good. Imagine you were somehow able to make a birthday cake out of creamed corn. That's kind of what this smells like. Creamed corn, but also like toasted street corn. Quite a lot of vanilla. Cherry, but it's not really like sweet cherry. This is more like almost cherry pit. It's almost like a nutty cherry. More vanilla ice cream. Let's go with that. So you put some vanilla ice cream on your creamed corn birthday cake. White pepper, cinnamon stick. I mean, in some ways, in a lot of ways, this reminds me of like older grain whiskey from Scotland, like an old North British or something. It's got that kind of energy. It's a little bit more. There's more overt wood on this. So there's some splinters, some sawdust flying around. Lipton's tea. So some coffee elements though, like a little bit of a cafe mocha, light on the chocolate, but cafe mocha. It's opening up nicely. There's some a little bit of allspice. What is that? Oh, I got it. Navy bean pie. If you are ever in Chicago, go get yourself a navy bean pie. I know you're asking what the heck is that. It's a basically a Nation of Islam thing, where imagine like soul food got a hold of the navy bean and decided to make pies out of it, and it's delicious. Like that is what this smells like. It's got that kind of like nutmeggy thing that they do. And now I can't get away with it. This smells like navy bean pie. Except for the vanilla. You can't use vanilla essence if you're making your traditional navy bean pie anyways, because, of course, there's alcohol involved and it's against the precepts of the Nation of Islam. But yeah, we're right there. On the palate. It's Imagine an imaginary blend between like a Scottish old grain whiskey and a young spicy bourbon. What kind of young spicy bourbon? Jim Beam stock, standard Jim Beam mash bill. Something like that. It's that kind of. So yeah, I mean, okay. Imagine blended whiskey, except instead of malt, you were using bourbon. That's kind of what the flavor of this is. It's very Irish though too. Interesting. Okay, so a lot of the flavors from the nose translating right on over. Creamed corn, navy bean pie. Seriously, go buy one. You will not regret it. So it's got the nutmeg, some cinnamon notes, that kind of cherry pit thing, Lipton's tea, the cafe mocha element, that's back. It's black pepper rather than white pepper this time. Brown sugar, just like grocery store Domino brown sugar. What else? Something else that's nutty. Maybe that's the navy beans that I'm getting. There's something nutty in this. Woody notes. Ginger. Sawdust. I already mentioned Lipton's tea, right? Yeah. Doesn't have a ton of weight on the palate. This is like a middle weight. It's not a heavyweight. This is, but it's got some heft. It's got some punch to it. Decent little development. Finish. The finish fades is not quickly, but not, it doesn't linger around. You know, some of the tannins, the wood tannins, kind of linger around. The pepper, the tea, those kind of stick around. But everything else is kind of heading out the door in a reasonable amount of time. Mouthfeel just is not. It's light. I'm guessing this is a light whiskey. I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. It's nice, but my sense with light whiskeys is don't be distracted by the age statement, thinking it's going to be something deep and profound. Like we already learned this lesson with Scottish grain whiskeys, or at least most of us did. So buy it with care. I'm going to give it some water, see what happens. But now we're going to move on to the main event. Bernheim Barrel Proof. 51% corn, 37%, I'm sorry, 51% wheat. It has to be over 50% wheat, or it is not a wheat whiskey. 37% corn, 12% malt. About 7 years old. And again, this is batch A224, so bottled circa 2024. 62.6% alcohol, so quite a bit stronger. I like this nose a lot. It's it's very hedonistic. This is Grater's makes a black cherry chocolate chip ice cream. This smells a little bit like that. Oh, absolutely. And except you're going to take a whole bunch of frosted shredded wheat, the cereal, and a whole bunch of like freshly picked mint sprigs, and you're going to kind of throw that in there. And that's kind of what this smells like. Plus vanilla, of course. A lot of barrel char, just like ashy stuff. Like black Cavendish tobacco, black pepper. Oh God, this is like, it smells like I just opened up a pint of ice cream or something, and I just want to grab a gigantic spoon and sit down and watch like Jane Austen adaptations and go to town on my frosted shredded wheat black cherry chocolate chip ice cream. Some clove. Ooh, what is that? Wait, what was that? Rhubarb. Actually, a little bit, almost a little bit of an Amaro thing creeping through. That's, wow. Yeah, like rhubarb pie with a touch of, I want to say tree bark, but it's not really, it's Peychaud's bitters, honestly. Yeah, Peychaud's bitters, including a little touch of aniseed. This is fantastic. I mean, it's not a deep and profound nose, but it has the deliciousness factor. It has balance. It has poise. It certainly has intensity. All right, on the palate. Oh, that cleared out my sinuses. Yeah, if you have a cold, this is what you want to have a glass of. On the palate, this is more, for me, more traditional Heaven Hilly, which is not a bad thing. I'm getting the kind of, for me, the Heaven Hill note is like fall leaves with maybe some like honey drizzled on top. We're getting there on the palate, but there's also a big old hit of black pepper That Peychaud's bitters thing is in play, the rhubarb pie thing. The frosted shredded wheat is there. The fresh mint is there. I'm not really getting the chocolate, the Grater's black cherry chocolate chip anymore, which is a little bit of a shame. We replaced it with some kind of like vanilla cinnamon bread pudding thing, and what else? Overstewed tea, like really, really strong sweet tea. If you're from the South, you'll know what I'm talking about. Some kind of desserty thing on this too. A couple of cherries again. Really leaning in the like nutty cherry pit territory, kind of like the Fat Labrador here. There's something confectionery about this, but it's like a burned. Lane cake comes to mind, but okay. Let's go with that. Lane cake, but you set it on fire. Burned lane cake, maybe. Oh, and tobacco. Black Cavendish again. I like the nose better. On the palate, this is, you never mistake it for Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or something like that, but but it's in that family. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing this will take 6. Let's see. Go 5.5. I'll stop it there. Initial impressions are good. I like this a lot. I mean, could I ask for more complexity still from this Bernheim? Yeah, but we're building upon the foundation of deliciousness that I loved in the original Bernheim without losing anything. And that's already made this a winner in my book. All right. Let us go back to the Whiskey Town. This is so much more just soft and like cakey, or rather like navy bean pie-y than the Bernheim, coming back to it. Changes, yeah, there's like a cinnamon whipped cream component that's coming out now. Not that those weren't elements already there, but it kind of like comes a little bit more to the fore. The cream, so yeah, like the birthday cake with cinnamon whipped cream thing is kind of stepped up. The creamed overt corn notes, the creamed corn thing, that's pulled back a little bit. There's a little bit of the charred street corn thing still going on. On the palate. As it is with old Scotch grain whiskies, so it is with this. This really does not like water very well. It just kind of, not to say that the issues were not already there when this was at proof, but water just kind of, shows them. Not any real significant change in the flavors, but what's happening is you get all the flavors from before in one big burst of yum up front. And then it just kind of like, it's mostly gone after a second or two. There's still a little bit of maybe the nutmeg, the ginger, the pepper still hanging around. But this has kind of gone a little bit Patrick Swayze ghosty on me. Yeah, it loses kind of a little bit of the nuance from the development. It loses the mouth length. The mouth feel is still fine, but it wasn't exceptional to begin with, and the finish just still not super duper short. But we're not even talking like medium length finish now. We're talking like medium minus maybe. So yeah, this is not like water. Like Scotch grain whiskeys, tough to score this. I mean, some people are going to like this style. It's just never done it for me. Like this, or like the Scottish grain whiskeys, light whiskeys. They're just not. I just haven't seen the appeal. Where am I going to put this? I'll call this an 84 minus. 84 minus. It's delicious. Don't add water to it if you have this. It's delicious. If you want something from 1992 and you want a whiskey that's from America, this is yummy. But it's not one I'm hankering for to try again. Let's move on. Back to the Bernheim. Now with some water on the nose. Excuse me. Okay. Come back to neutral there. Yeah, it's a little bit of the Heaven Hill-ness that's come out. A little bit of those kind of fall leaves. No, okay, but I'm still getting like the black cherry ice cream, the huge misshapen Grater's chocolate chips. If you haven't spent your time on Grater's and you're like an ice cream fiend, go out and buy yourself some Grater's. Start with the black raspberry chocolate chip. It's really good. Trust me on this. Go get one. That's still in play, but we've stepped up the Heaven Hilliness of this, and that's fine. It's just so fruity and delicious, though. But it also has the minty notes, the Peychaud's bitter notes. I was complaining about the complexity of this, but it's got a fair number of things going on. It really does. On the palate. I have to go back and look up my scores for like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Larceny Barrel Proof, a couple of those others, but this might be my favorite of the bunch, honestly. I think oh, yeah. So what has happened is some of the unique touches, the Grater's thing from the nose have kind of migrated onto the palate. It still tastes very Heaven Hilly. We've still got the fall leaves and the honey thing, but we are now getting chocolate chips and black cherry ice cream frosted shredded wheat, mint. It's not really Peychaud's bitters now. We're just straight on Angostura or something, because the aniseed thing is not there. But yeah, this is terrific. Terrific finish. Not spectacular or mind-blowing, just like nails what it needs to nail. Good mouthfeel, very peppery, spicy, feels like America, damn it. We're tickling my tonsils. It's not an old whiskey. I mean, this is, 7 or so? But it's getting the job done at that age. I'm trying to find an 87 for this. One more time. I'm stuck between an 86 and 87, so I'll just call this an 86 plus. 86 plus. A really delicious, complex, different effort from Heaven Hill. And from a category and a brand, Bernheim, that I think just gets overlooked. I mean, so if you think you're bored with American whiskeys at this point, try this. Go grab this, give this a shot. And I think you'll be delighted. I really do. So there we go. Whiskey Town, 84 minus. It's a pretty good light whiskey / grain whiskey thing. It's in that cat. If you know you like those more than I do, this is probably worth your time. But if you just see the age statement and your mouth drops, give it some thought. Bernheim, 86 plus. Fabulous. I like it. Thanks for watching and cheers. And I'm going to go probably go take some medication and lie down. Bye.